So we're only playing 7 today, Tom. When do you want the word?
Ancaster, Ontario, and Coastal Alabama South Community College is number 40 center fielder London Prashad. Batting third and playing first base from Davenport University is number 3 Michael Grigas. In the cleanup spot and behind the plate from Toronto, Ontario, Canada, and St. Peter's University is number 22 Joshua Bullock. Batting fifth and playing the hot corner from Plainfield, Indiana, and Carterville University, number 18 third baseman Cooper Martin. Batting sixth and patrolling right field from Burlington, Ontario, and Canisius University is number 34, Ronan Glassford. In the seventh spot is the extra hitter from Mississauga, Ontario, and Connors State College, number 12, Jordan Gallo. Batting eighth is the DH from London, Ontario, and Lakeland Community College, number 32, William Maharis. In the ninth spot, in left field from Welland, Ontario, and Bismarck State College, is left fielder number 9, Chase Hubble. And batting 10th and playing second base from Palmetto, Georgia, and Kennesaw State University, number 0, Franklin Griffin III. Starting on the mound for the Ironbacks from Ancaster, Ontario, and Iowa Western Community College, number 77, Carter Dorrington. And fans, now please help us welcome the most passionate, patriotic, and polarizing mascot in the entire PGCBL. Put your hands together for Apollo! We love you, Apollo. And now, fans, please welcome your 2026 in-stands host, the woman with the most lively support for your Americans, the most lovable attitude for Americans fans. Please welcome Lady Liberty!
What's up, everybody that's excited for some American baseball? Oh, there's hundreds of you. You can do better than that. Who's excited for some American baseball? All right, guys, where I like it. We've got a great matchup and a ton of fun planned for you. So sit back, relax, enjoy your snacks, and go Americans!
Let's hear it one more time for Apollo and Lady Liberty. And now, fans, let's meet the starting lineup for your Niagara Falls Americans. Batting first and playing second base from Sunnyvale, California, number 27, Justin Gladfelter. Batting second and patrolling right field from Syosset, New York, and Thomas Jefferson University, right fielder number 23, Vincent Favada. Batting third and patrolling left field from Clarence Center, New York, and a fellow Niagara University Purple Eagle, it's number 15, Matthew Ganschow. In the cleanup spot for the Americans, playing first base from Guelph, Ontario, and SUNY Niagara, number 88, Alexander Graham. Batting fifth in center field from Mississauga, Ontario, and Crowder Junior College, number 21, Ryan Stallone. Batting sixth and playing the hot corner at third base from Glenmont, New York, and Herkimer County Community College, number 7, Christian Mutkoski. Batting seventh is the DH from Chicago, Illinois, and Fayetteville Tech Community College, number 5, the X-Man, Xander Clark. Batting eighth is the extra hitter from Cortland, New York, and Tompkins Cortland Community College. Put your hands together for number 10, Evan Shank. Batting ninth and playing center field from Mississauga, Ontario, batting ninth and playing shortstop from Santo Domingo, Dominican Republic and Albina Community College, number 24, Miguel Salcedo. New on earth is batting 10th.
Zach Gankinger, new guy.
And batting 10th and behind the plate from North Tonawanda and Penn State Barron, number 10, Zach Gankinger.
Yadiel Santos on the bump.
On the bump for the Americans is Yadiel Santos. The Americans are led by head coach Will Cordero and associate head coach Paul Wolf. Americans' official team trainers are from DeUville Athletics. Please welcome the reserves for your Niagara Falls Americans. And now, fans, please welcome Gavin Miller from Harry F. Abate Elementary School for the singing of the Canadian National Anthem. Fans, please rise for the singing of the national anthems.
Oh, Canada, our native land, true patriot love, in Nova's command.
Make the most of your moment and take your time.
Ladies and gentlemen, Gavin Miller from Harry F. Abate Elementary School. Also, fans, please welcome Samaya Mathis, who's also from Harry F. Abate Elementary, for the singing of our Star Spangled Banner. So please remain standing and remove your caps. Take it away, Samaya.
Oh, so can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming through the sharps and bright stars, through the perilous fight, over ramparts we watched, were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's bright glare, the bombs bursting mid-air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave? Oh, the land of the free and the home of love reigns.
Once again, let's hear it for Gavin and Samaya. Fantastic. fantastic job representing the Niagara Falls Americans and Henry F. Abate Elementary School. Hey fans, just a reminder that
It is Education Day here at Sal Magley Stadium in Niagara Falls, New York, as the Niagara Falls Americans take on the Niagara Ironbacks of St. Catharines, Ontario in a 7-inning doubleheader. Good morning, everybody. My name is Tom Rook. I'm joined alongside Ethan Duncan for an 11 a.m. start here at Sal Magley Stadium. Ethan, welcome in.
Yeah, should be a good one here. Hopefully these kids are in for a treat. Americans' second time playing. The Ironbacks fell 12-5 in their first game, both teams' first game in Canada, 12-5. Certainly be a different roster for both these, certainly different lineup for both these teams. Americans looking to get a win back after falling to Jamestown by 1 yesterday in this doubleheader.
Absolutely, a 7-inning doubleheader, 11 a.m. start, just after 11 a.m. Now after both anthems sung by two students of local elementary schools, just over 1,300 people here in terms of students. A good Education Day crowd as we look at the starting lineup for the Ironbacks this afternoon. Peyton Panazzo leading off, playing shortstop. London Prashid will play center. He'll bat second. Michael Grigas will bat third. He'll play first base. Josh Bullock behind the dish. He'll do the catching. Cooper Martin will bat fifth. He'll be at the hot corner. Ronan Glassford, the right fielder, batting sixth. Jordan Gallo will be the extra hitter, batting seventh. Will Majares will be the designated hitter, batting eighth. Batting ninth is Chase Hubble in left field. Batting 10th, Franklin Griffin the third. Again, the PGCBL. Most teams batting 10 players with that extra hitter role. And Carter Dorrington, a familiar face for this Americans team, on the bump for the Ironbacks. He started that first game these two teams played back on June 3rd. In that game, Carter Dorrington went 4 1/3 inning, allowed 4 hits, 2 runs, and had 3 strikeouts. Had a wild pitch in that game as well. The Americans lost that one 12-5 to the Ironbacks, Ethan. A tough loss to start off the season, though.
Yeah, it just really didn't seem all there. Obviously, a lot of those players who were in the field that game aren't really playing anymore, so now both teams sort of have figured out what the league is like, both 5 games in. Ironbacks 2-3, Americans 1-4. Both sort of figured out who's good on their team. You see it here.
So it's Yadiel Santos on the mound to start for the Americans. Santos, 2 appearances this year, 4 earned runs in 6 2/3 innings. Here's the first pitch, cut on and miss from Panazzo, 0-1. Peyton Panazzo, a transfer at Southwestern Illinois from Homer Glen, Illinois. He's a switch hitter, batting from the left side now, as Santos, the right-hander, on the mound. Pause on the field. Umpires motioning to both sides of the dugout to make sure they are inside the dugout. London Prashid on deck, making sure he's in the correct batter's circle. Here's the 0-1 fastball outside corner, called for a strike. It'll be an 0-2 now to Panazzo. We're in the top of the first, Education Day of Game 1 of a doubleheader. Here, a beautiful day at Sal Magley Stadium. The 0-2 cut on and miss. Strike 3, Yadi Santos. 3-pitch strikeout to start here for the Americans.
Yeah, it just seemed all there from Santos. Panazzo just couldn't catch up to that one. Big first
Now
strikeout.
batting center fielder number 40, London Prashad.
So here's London Prashid for the Ironbacks. Patrolling center field today for Niagara. Just played in 1 game this year, and it was against the Americans. Had a big hit in that game as well. He takes ball 1 up and away. Prashid from Ancaster, Ontario. Currently in the transfer portal. Played his freshman year at Coastal Alabama Community College. A very high-level JUCO down in Alabama. Cut on and miss. There's strike number 1. Evened up count, 1-1, 1 out here in the top half of the first inning. Sal Magley Stadium. Thursday, June 11th, an 11 a.m. start, 7-inning doubleheader. Here's the 1-1, ripped into the 6-hole, played on one hop by Salcido. Throw across the diamond, gets Prashad by a step. A nice play by Miguel Salcido. 2 quick outs for the Americans.
Yeah, it looks pretty routine there for Salcido. Throw wasn't immediate, but still able to get him out by a step.
Yeah, Salcido getting the start back at shortstop. His first start from the first game of the season against the Ironbacks. In that game, Salcido actually had 2 errors. Good to see him make a good play right there.
Yeah, certainly a good start for him. Let's hope that confidence shoots up there after that routine play.
So here's Michael Grigas. Had a big game in that game we keep referencing against the Americans. Here's the pitch from Santos. Strike number 1. Grigas in that game was 3 for 5 with 2 triples and 3 RBIs. Definitely someone the Americans are going to want to limit today. Here's the 0-1 from Santos. Ripped on the first baseline foul. Santos commanding the zone early, already ahead 0-2, something Alex Rumfola did pretty well last night in Jamestown. A tough loss, though, for the Americans, 6-5 against the Tarp Skunks. Rumfola commanded the zone well, a lot of first pitch strikes, just could not finish a ton of hitters. Here's the 0-2 from Santos. Flown back here, out of play. A lot of students cheering. Remember the rule at Sal Magley Stadium, you get a foul ball, take it to the concession stand, you can trade it in for a box of candy. So a lot of kids here at the Education Day game excited about that rule. Santos ahead 0-2. Now against Grigas. From the windup, Santos deals. Flown into shallow left field. Ganschow drifting back. It's fading with the wind. He hauls it in to end the inning. So after one half of an inning, no runs, no hits, no errors, and no men left on base, a 1-2-3 inning for Yadiel Santos. And the Americans are coming to bat.
A special thank you to Tropical Heating and Cooling for sponsoring the Americans this season. Locally owned and operated, Tropical Heating and Cooling provides expert installation, repair, and maintenance for home heating, cooling, and air quality systems. Call 716-870-0753 or head to tropicalheating.net to submit a service request and knock your heating and cooling needs out of the park.
Back here at Sal Magley Stadium. An exciting one today. Education Day. A lot of kids in the building from local elementary schools, middle schools around the greater Niagara Falls region. Starting on the mound for the Niagara Ironbacks, it's Carter Dorrington. Let's take a look at the lineup for the Niagara Falls Americans. Leading off, playing second base, is Justin Gladfelter. He'll wear number 27. Favada will bat second, play right field today. That's Vincent Favada. Batting third in left field will be Matt Ganschow. At first, getting his first start as an American, Alexander Graham. Center field, Ryan Stallone. Christian Mikulski will bat sixth and play third base. Xander Clark, the designated hitter, he'll bat seventh. Evan Shank in the 8-hole, the extra hitter. Miguel Salcido will bat ninth. Playing shortstop, and Zach Yankinger, a new addition to this Americans team. Another catcher on the roster, a new face in the lineup today. He's from Penn State Barron. He'll bat in that spot and do the catching today for the Americans. And then, of course, Yadiel Santos on the bump for Niagara Falls as well.
Yeah, coming up to bat is Gladfelter, 2 for 4 yesterday against Batavia. Stole 3 bags, hitting 600 on the year.
Second baseman, number 27, Justin Gladfelter.
So here's Justin Gladfelter. As you mentioned, Ethan, a good game yesterday against the Tarp Skunks. 2 hits, 2 steals as well. Having a good year so far in this leadoff spot for the Americans. Been a consistent second baseman. Coming all the way from Sunnyvale, California. He'll lead things off. Here's the 0-0. Taken up and in for a ball. Gladfelter played last summer for the Sunnyvale Cats. Sunnyvale Jacks, excuse me. Last summer in California. Takes that one up and in for ball 2. The Sunnyvale Jacks he played for last summer. Was second team All-League this past year with Cunata College. Had 15 steals. Here's the 2-0. Taken in the dirt for ball 3. 3-0. As we mentioned, Carter Dorrington, a good outing the last time these two teams met. That's Dorrington's only outing on the year. 4 1/3. Here's the 3-0. Inside, ball 4. So a 4-pitch walk for Justin Gladfelter to lead off the bottom of the first.
Gladfelter's 4th walk on the year ties him with Savino and Jesmondi. Certainly a threat to steal here.
So here's Vincent Favada getting the start in right field this morning, I should say. Favada batting from the right side, done some pitching this year for the Americans, now in right field. Gladfelter takes off on the first pitch. Ball's not grabbed behind home plate by Josh Bullock. Gladfelter going to scamper on to third. The throw down, he's in there. Gladfelter advances to third on the wild pitch. What a play by Justin Gladfelter.
Yeah, slid in safely to second, didn't realize the catcher didn't know where it was, and then close play at third. But yeah, easy 2 stolen bases there for Gladfelter in scoring position, 1 pitch in.
I'm gonna say, I'm not sure that's a steal. Yeah, I'm gonna say he gets 1 steal on that, Ethan. I'm gonna say he gets 1 steal and then he advanced to third on the E2. So a misplay behind the plate by Josh Bullock, and then Gladfelter advanced to third. So not 2 steals on the play. That would be incredible, but just a great play overall by Gladfelter. That one's taken up and in for a ball. So now 7 balls in a row from Carter Dorrington. Vincent Favada ahead 3-0 here. The Americans last year against the Ironbacks, very successful. 10-1 against this team last season. That's a third of the wins they had. As Favada takes that one in there for strike 1. First strike of the ball game thrown from Carter Dorrington. Like I said, 10-1 last year against this Ironbacks team, and they've played 1 time this year. Ironbacks have already gotten their revenge. They lead the series this season 1-0 as Favada takes ball 4 down. So it'll be first and third with nobody out for the Americans. Here comes Matt Ganschow. Ganschow digs in from the right side. Favada, decent lead off first. Gladfelter off third. There goes Favada from first. Thrown on to second. Not in time. Favada's got second stolen. Second stolen base of the day for the Americans, of the inning, I should say.
Running all over Bullock so far. Not giving Dorrington any help here.
Yeah, Josh Bullock already allowed 2 steals. He does it well at the plate, though, batting .500 on the season for the Ironbacks in their 4 games. That one's taken in the dirt for a ball. In their 5 games, I should say. Ironbacks coming into this one 2-3. The Americans come into tonight, this afternoon, 1-4 on the year. 1-1 at home, 0-2 on the road. The Ironbacks 2-2 at home, 0-1 on the road as Ganschow takes ball 3. 3-0. So back-to-back-to-back 3-0 counts to start against these first 3 hitters for the Americans. That one's taken inside for strike 1 against Ganschow.
Dorrington struggling throwing strikes early. Something the Americans had a problem with early. Nice to see it from the other side.
Ganchow ahead 3-1, a good hitter's count. Nobody on, second and third. Here's the pitch. Inside, he drills Ganchow in the ribs. Looks like Ganchow's going to be all right. Walking down to first. Looks like he's going to be okay. Ward in the left side of the ribs, talking to Coach Will Cordero down there as the first base coach. A 14-year MLB veteran. I'm sure he's had plenty of those in his career.
Hey fans, don't forget that this season you can connect with the Americans like never
As now Alexander Graham will dig in for the Americans. Graham wearing number 88. Played at SUNY Niagara from Guelph, Ontario, across the border. So here's Alexander Graham. He'll face off against Dorrington.
From Guelph, Ontario, SUNY Niagara, number 88, Alexander Graham.
A big spot for the left-hander in Alexander Graham. In his first at-bat as an American. Comes up with the bases loaded and nobody out. Ganchow on first. Favada at second. Gladfelter at third. Here's the pitch. Fastball outside corner called for a strike against Graham.
Wait, did a run score? Oh.
Here's the 0-1. Fastball just in that same spot outside corner now. 0-2 against Graham. Batting from the left side, wearing number 88. Dorrington's 0-2 to Graham. Fastball outside corner misses again. Now it'll be a 1-2. Looming on deck for the Americans is Ryan Stallone from Mississauga, Ontario. Here's the pitch, outside corner, change up, misses, 2-2. So Graham and Stallone, both Americans from across the border from Canada, getting the start against the Ironbacks, the first ever international team in the PGCBL. Here's the 2-2. Caught on and missed. Strike three. A big strikeout for Carter Dorrington. Sends Alexander Graham back to the dugout.
He's looking outside. Had Bullock sort of going outside to Graham. So that high fastball a little bit outside. Big first out.
So here's Ryan Stallone. Played one game this season. He had a hit and 2 RBIs. A big RBI single up the middle in the game he played. Gladfelter at third. Favada at second, Ganchow at first, 1 out. Here's the first pitch to Stallone. Misses. A good block from Bullock behind the dish to keep that one from getting past him.
Certainly saved a run there.
Stallone batting from the right side against the right-hander in Dorrington. Still nothing here in the bottom half of the first. Stallone takes that one up and in. The Americans been great in the on-base department this season so far. Working a lot of walks. Third in the entire PGCBL in on-base percentage at a .439 clip as Stallone takes that one up and in as well. It'll be 3-0. 41 walks on the season for the Americans.
Dorrington, 19 pitches so far in this game, only 5 strikes.
Here's the 3-0. Stallone taking all the way, and it's ball 4. An RBI walk for Ryan Stallone, and Justin Gladfelter brings home the first run of the ball game for the Americans.
Certainly a different start so far for Dorrington compared to that first game.
Chicago, Illinois, the DH, the X-Man, number 5, Xander Clark.
So here's Christian Mikulski. Playing third base today for the Americans. Check swing chopper down the first baseline, foul. Picked up by Michael Grigas.
My bad, that's third baseman number 7, Christian Mikulski.
So it'll be an 0-1 to Mikulski, currently leading the team in batting average. Just played one game, but in that one game he had 3 singles, went 3 for 4, so technically a .750 batting average if you're counting at home. Mikulski takes strike number 1 on the outside corner, a fastball. That'll be strike number 2, excuse me. Mikulski down 0-2 against Dorrington. Carter Dorrington back on the bump for the Ironbacks. Here's the pitch to Mikulski. Fastball outside corner, strike 3 called. And Mikulski heads back to the dugout. Second out of the inning.
Dorrington's already walked in a run, but it's gotten 2 huge strikeouts, not allowing anyone to advance.
The Americans have gotten 1 run already this inning on no hits. They've had 3 walks, 2 strikeouts, and a hit by pitch. A lot of free passes so far in this one. Here's Xander Clark, a big at-bat in the bottom of the first. For today's designated hitter for the Americans. Here's the pitch to Clark. He chops that one fouled on the first baseline. Clark getting a lot of run already this season for the Americans. 2 RBIs already on the season as well. Americans played last night in Jamestown, lost a close one, 6-5 against the Tarp Skunks. The Ironbacks have not played since Sunday. Here's the pitch. Ripped down the left field line, out of play. Heads up. A lot of action here today at Sal Magley Stadium. Education Day. A lot of red in the stands, wearing their Americans colors, all the elementary middle school kids here. Here's the 0-2 to Xander Clark. Just misses on the outside corner for a ball. Dorrington walking a little bit closer to home plate. Just misses. That one's chopped up the middle, corralled, and stepped on second by Franklin Griffin III. He gets the final out. A fielder's choice. And the Americans score 1 run on no hits, no errors. 1 error, excuse me. And 2 men left on base.
Owen was supposed to throw out the first pitch, and I missed it in our PA script. So to make up for it, Owen's going to be out there, and he's got a grudge race scheduled against our own Apollo. So Owen, I'm very sorry.
Take a short break here on the American Sports Network and be back here for second inning action at Sal Magley Stadium.
The Americans would like to thank Salino Plumbing, Heating, Cooling, and Electric for their continuous support. Salino Plumbing's licensed Buffalo professionals strive for same-day service with fully stocked vehicles to reduce wait times. Whether it's emergency plumbing, mainline repairs, or anything in between, call 716-202-9665 for all your plumbing, heating, cooling, and electrical needs today. The Americans would like to thank Salino Plumbing, Heating, Cooling, and Electric for their continuous support. Salino Plumbing's licensed Buffalo professionals strive for same-day service with fully stocked vehicles to reduce wait times. Whether it's emergency plumbing, mainline repairs, or anything in between, call 716-202-9665 for all your plumbing, heating, cooling, and electrical needs today.
Back here at Sal Magley Stadium for the top of the second inning. The Niagara Falls Americans would like to thank Bully Hill Vineyards,
the Niagara Falls Americans
team this season. Bully Hill Vineyards is a fun, family-friendly winery on Keuka Lake, known for great wine, casual dining, and unforgettable events. Located in Hammondsport, New York, in the heart of the Finger Lakes on the south end of beautiful Keuka Lake. Overlooking the lake, you can taste over 40 wines at our tasting bar with energetic and knowledgeable staff. Great food, great wine. This is it. Everyone is welcome to enjoy the winery and restaurant. For groups of 10 or more, please call in advance to make a reservation, 607-868-3610. As there's a ball from Yadiel Santos.
Santos had a very quick first inning, only 10 pitches, 9 strikes.
So he's down 2-0 early. To Josh Bullock, the catcher. Pops that one up in the infield. Ranging over and hauling it in is Christian Mikulski for the first out of the inning.
Now batting
2-0
first
count
baseman
there.
number 19,
Pops
Cooper
it up right to Mikulski. Easy play. Quick first out for Santos.
So here's Cooper Martin, the third baseman today for the Ironbacks, digging in from the right side against Santos. Here's the first pitch. Dribbled in the 6 hole, and it's through for a base hit. A 1-out single for Cooper Martin. He reaches for the Ironbacks' first hit of the day.
Left that one a little bit too much over the plate. Just out of the reach of Salcido. 1-out hit here for Martin.
Now batting right fielder number 34, Ronan Glassford.
So here's Ronan Glassford playing right field today for the Americans. First game for Glassford this season. Pick off to first. Cooper Martin back in plenty of time. Glassford from nearby Canisius University will be a redshirt senior in the fall. Here's the pitch from Santos. Change up low and away, taken for a ball. Glassford played his freshman year at Erie Community College, led the team in hits with 74 on the season. He was first team all WNYAC. That one's chopped up the middle. Salcido plays it on 2 hops, flip to second, on to first. It's not in time. Alexander Graham off the bag, but the Americans get 1 out at second. Now 2 in the inning.
Could flip there to get it out at second, but couldn't stretch enough there as Graham to get the double play.
Now batting number 12, Jordan Gallo.
Jordan Gallo digs in from the left side now for the Americans. Here's the pitch from Santos. Misses low and away for ball 1. Santos so far today, a strikeout, a ground out, and a pop out in the first inning. Then pop out a single, and there's a fielder's choice. So only allowed 1 hit in 1 2/3 innings of work. Misses that one low and in for ball 2. 2-0. Now against Jordan Gallo. Santos is 2-0. Pick off to first. And he had him dead to rights, but the throw was just right.
Yep. Yeah, Glassford lucky to get out there. Should have been out.
Good play by Alexander Graham to keep that one from getting away. Here's the pitch. Ripped on the first baseline, foul. You see Ronan Glassford jumping off first, kind of aiming to do that vault-style steal. He led the team in doubles with 16 back when he played his freshman year at ECC. Just 3 hits and 27 at-bats in his sophomore year at Canisius. And this past year, 3 hits and 13 at-bats. Pick off the first. Glassford back in plenty of time.
Once again, fans, please refrain from standing up against the fence surrounding the field. This is a safety issue for our ball players and for you. So we ask that you return to your seats and not stand by the fence.
Here's the 2-1 from Santos. Chop to second. Gladfelter over. Hat comes off. Doesn't matter. Flips and makes the play to end the inning. So no runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 man left on base. At the end of 1.5, Americans lead 1-0 here at Sal Maglie Stadium.
McDonald's for being a sponsor of the team this year. With an extensive menu of well-known favorites, McDonald's is famous for its convenience. Especially during a long baseball season, McDonald's is the perfect place to grab a quick bite to eat and get right back to the ballpark. So head to your nearest McDonald's and enjoy all the classics. The Niagara Falls Americans would like to thank Coca-Cola for their support this season. Known for its refreshing bubbles and iconic flavor, Coca-Cola is the world's best-selling carbonated soft drink. Snag a Coke right here at the Sal Magley Stadium concession stand and make your game day even sweeter.
Nachos, and much, much more. There's ice cold beer, Bully Hill wine, and a large assortment of Coca-Cola products, all available at the main concession stand.
Carter Dorrington back out for his second inning of work here against the Americans offense. Leading off will be Evan Shank. It'll be 8, 9, 10. That's right, 10 batters. A PGCBL common theme. These teams bat 10 batters to have that extra hitter in the lineup.
The second game, Evan Shank started 1 for 2 on the year. Has an RBI as well.
An exciting one here at Sal Magley Stadium, an 11 a.m. start. Education Day, plenty of students in the building from local elementary schools, middle schools. Here's Evan Shank for the Americans. Shank played in 1 game this year, 1 hit and 2 at-bats. Worked a walk, a hit by pitch, and a strikeout, so he's reached multiple different ways. Caught on and missed there for strike 1. A good hack from Shank on the fastball inside.
Dorrington's been pitching inside all game. Already hit a batter. Good pitch there.
Here's the 0-1. Chop fouled on the third baseline. Shank now down 0-2 to Dorrington. Back out for his second inning of work. Here's the 0-2 from Dorrington. Fastball up and away, missed.
Dorrington a 30-pitch first. Santos a 10-pitch first. Clearly could see differences between them so far in this game.
That one's chopped to second, fielded by Griffin. Throw over to first in time. First out of the inning is made. Evan Shank will head back to the dugout, and Miguel Salcido will dig in for the Americans.
Now batting shortstop.
Easy play there for Griffin. Not hit too hard from Shank.
So here's Miguel Salcido getting his first start since opening day against the Ironbacks. That's shortstop from Santo Domingo, Dominican Republic. Lived in the DR for 14 years. Takes strike 1 on the outside corner. Attended Alpena Community College in the fall as a freshman in Michigan. Long way from the DR. Here's the 0-1 taken low and away for a ball. We're in the bottom half of the second. Education Day here at Sal Magley Stadium. The Americans lead 1-0 against the Niagara Ironbacks. I'm Tom Rook alongside Ethan Duncan. Here's the 1-1. Missed outside, 2-1.
Salcido looking for his first hit on the year. 0 for 4. 4 strikeouts last time he played.
Here's the 2-1 to Salcido. Chopped to shortstop. Fielded by Panazzo across the diamond. Second out is made. And Zach Gankinger will make his debut for the Americans.
Now stepping in from North Tonawanda, number 10, Zach Gankinger.
Batting 10th today for Niagara Falls. Remember, it's a doubleheader today, 2 7-inning games. About a 30-minute break in between. Here's the pitch to Gankinger. Takes for a strike. Will be a junior in the fall at Penn State Barron, a very, very high-level Division III school in Erie, Pennsylvania. Here's the pitch to Gankinger. Misses low and away for ball 1. Dorrington against Gankinger. 1-1, taken down and in for a ball. Gankinger, a really good defensive catcher the Americans bring in from nearby North Tonawanda High School. A graduate there. Here's the 2-1. Misses. Now 3-1 against Gankinger.
Yeah, the Tarp Skunks ran all over the Americans yesterday. Multitude of stolen bases, hoping Ginkinger can cut down on that here against the Ironbacks.
Here's the 3-1. Gankinger fouls that one back into the stands. It'll be a race for the ball. All the children here. Now a full count against Gankinger. Wearing number 9 today for the Americans. Here's the pitch from Dorrington. Fouled once again down the first base side in the crowd. Such a good feeling, right, when you get a foul ball in the stands?
Absolutely. We'll see if he gets the candy or not.
Will remain a 3-2. To Gankinger. Here's the pitch from Dorrington. Fastball misses, low and away. So Gankinger reaches in his first Americans at bat.
Good at bat from Gankinger. Fouled off 2 pretty good pitches into the stands. Good takes will bring up Gladfelter. Walked his first time up.
So here's Justin Gladfelter. The lineup will flip over in the second inning. Gladfelter walked and stole a base in last inning. Here's the 0-0. Misses outside for ball 1. Gladfelter really taking a command in the leadoff spot this season now for the Americans. Been a key contributor all season long on the base paths, in the box, and at second base. Misses low and away does Dorrington. Now it'll be 2-0 against Gladfelter.
Keeps missing outside as far. Started out this inning well, but full count walk. 2-0 to Gladfelter.
Gladfelter chokes up on the barrel. On the handle of the bat. Now here's the 2-0, taken for a strike. Already up to 7 steals on the season from Gladfelter. Here's the 2-1 from Dorrington. Chopped up the middle, fielded by Griffin. Throw across the diamond. And he gets Gladfelter by about a step and a half. So in that inning, no runs, no hits, no errors, and 1 man left on base. The Americans lead the Ironbacks 1-0 here at Sal Magley Stadium. We'll take a short break here on the American Sports Network and be back with more from Sal Magley Stadium.
The Niagara Falls Americans would like to thank TLC Pet Food for their continued support. Specializing in nutrient-dense recipes, TLC Pet Food offers dog and cat food with fresh ingredients and added probiotics. Find the whole life dog and cat formulas for your furry friend at tlcpetfood.com. The Niagara Falls Americans appreciate the ongoing support of Blaze Brockway Contracting. Family owned and operated for over 15 years, Blaze Brockway Contracting specializes in all aspects of remodeling and renovation. Call 607-259-7607 for all of your construction and home improvement needs. Sammy's Pizzeria has been family owned and operated for 3 generations since 1962 and are the originators of the 1/2 tray of pizza. The Americans would like to thank Sammy's for sponsoring the team this season. Pick up all your favorites right across the street from Sal Magley Stadium at Sammy's Pizzeria.
The Americans lead the Ironbacks 1-0 here at Sal Magley Stadium, top of the 3rd. Had a little spelling bee there in that half inning. Spelling always a tough one in elementary school, especially when you're spelling different minerals, things like that. You can often confuse those different kinds of minerals, whether they're stalagmites or stalactites. Sometimes gets confusing to spell those too.
You gonna try and spell that one, Tom?
It's a tough one to spell. So Yadiel Santos on the mound, back for his third inning of work. Misses outside against Will Mijares. Mijares from London, Ontario. Here's the pitch. Chop to third. Now gets by third. Fielded by Salcido in the hole. Makes a long throw. Doesn't get him in time. A nice play by Salcido all the way in the 6 hole.
Had to go off balance there. Just beats it by a step.
So it's a leadoff single for Will Mijares. So he reaches. Here's Chase Hubble, the left fielder today for the Ironbacks. Gankinger talking with Santos on the mound, switching balls. They got a new one that Santos likes. Santos, a true outfielder, begun a liking to pitching with the Americans. Here's the first pitch to Hubble. Here's the bunt. Hubble fouls it off himself in the batter's box. It'll be strike one. Sense of urgency here from Griffin, the manager for the Ironbacks. Richard Griffin. Just a 7-inning game. He knows it already in the top of the third, so the Ironbacks going to do everything they can to scratch those runs across. Pick off to first. Not in time. A close play at first. Mijares kind of had to crawl his way back.
Slipped right before first, able to dive in time. Another close pickoff here from Santos.
Here's the pitch from Santos. And he drills Hubble in the helmet. So now the first 2 runners have reached against Yadiel Santos in the top of the third.
High and inside there. Both pitchers now hit a batter. First and second here for the Ironbacks. So bring up the 10-hitter, Franklin Griffin. Hitting
Griffin.
200.
Griffin batting from the left side. He'll bunt. Pull back. Called strike. Griffin playing second base today. He's committed to Kennesaw State University for the fall season. This past year, in his senior year of high school in Palmetto, Georgia, batted .464. Pitch from Santos misses outside for ball 1.
Got to be weary of the bunt. This batter showed it, then got hit by a pitch.
Yeah, first and second, nobody out, kind of an automatic. Santos. Griffin not bunting, misses in the dirt for a ball. Richard Griffin, 53 years of baseball experience. He was a columnist for the Toronto Star for 23 years and has attended 39 World Series games, now managing this Ironbacks squad. Here's the 2-1. Griffin rips it up the middle off of Santos' glove. Fielded by Gladfelter. Steps on to second for 1, on to first, not in time. A nice play by Justin Gladfelter off of a deflection from Santos' glove. The Americans get 1 out.
Just off the glove there of Santos, but trickles right to Gladfelter, able to get force out at second. Off the line there, Graham couldn't get the double play again.
So now first and third for the Ironbacks. Here's the pitch from Santos. There goes Griffin. He's got the bag easy. No throw from Gankinger. Peyton Panazzo batting from the left side. He is a switch hitter. Americans lead 1-0 here in the top half of the third. Here's the pitch, ripped through the 4-hole, and it's in for a base hit. 1 run is in. Here comes Griffin. He's going to stop at third. Griffin gives him the stop sign at the last second. Probably the right move. A good throw in from Favada in right.
Yeah, would have been out by a mile here, especially with only 1 out.
So an RBI single for Peyton Panazzo knots up the score at 1. Here in the top of the third, the Ironbacks have first and third with 1 out. Scores bunt, pulls back. And Panazzo takes second with a stolen base. Probably could have walked there. No throw from Gankinger. London Prashad in now for his second at-bat. Pitch from Santos, up and in, a ball. Prashad grounded to the shortstop in his first at-bat in the first. Here's the 2-0 from Santos. Chopped to third. Played on a hop by Mikulski. He'll go to first across the diamond. And it's a close play at first. Prashad diving, but Mikulski gets him in time. The run does come in to score in Griffin. And the Ironbacks take a 2-1 lead.
Now batting number 3, Michael Grigas.
So here's Michael Grigas. We mentioned the last time these two teams played each other, he had a huge game. 3 hits, 2 triples, 3 RBIs. Now runner on third, 2 outs. Pitch to Grigas is called, strike on the outside corner. Santos ahead 0-1 early. Grigas flew out to left in his first at-bat. Ganschow made the play for the Americans. Ripped down the first baseline, foul. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here in the top half of the third. The Ironbacks lead the Americans 2-1 here on Education Day at Sal Magley Stadium, Niagara Falls, New York. Here's the 0-2 from Santos. Taken in the dirt for a ball. Santos ahead 1-2 against Grigas. Here's the pitch. That one's drilled to right field. Going back is Favada. He won't get there. It's over his head. It'll one-hop the wall and bounce over. A big 2-out double from Michael Grigas. And the Ironbacks now lead 3-1.
Left that one too much over the plate. Over Favada, one hops the wall to keep this game at 1. Add on another.
So Panazzo scores on the play. Grigas in with a double. Ground rule. Here's Joshua Bullock doing the catching today for the Ironbacks. 3-1's your score. Bullock takes that one in the dirt for a ball. A changeup from Santos. Now 3 runs in the inning. The Americans still looking for their first hit, but have a run on the board. Now 4 hits for the Ironbacks in the game. Bullock wearing number 22 for the Ironbacks. Here's the pitch from Santos. Taken for a ball, down and away. It'll be 2-0 now to Bullock. Grigas takes the lead off second. Santos checks him back, throws. That one's popped up out of play behind home. It'll be a 2-1. Grigas on second after the RBI ground rule double. Big lead off second. Santos fires, ripped. There's a base hit to left field from Bullock. Grigas rounds third. He's going to score. And it's another run in the inning for the Ironbacks. They take a 4-1 lead.
Just all these hits with 2 outs. Santos not able to get out of this inning. Crooked number with the 4 in this third.
Now batting third baseman number 18, Cooper Martin.
So Grigas scores on the play. Bullock now at first. Here's Cooper Martin, the third baseman today for the Ironbacks. Singled last inning. Here's the pitch from Santos. Misses inside for a ball. Martin at the plate. 1 for 1 today. Here's the pitch. Thrown in the dirt for a ball. Santos down 2-0. Nobody warming in the Americans bullpen, so this is Santos's inning to finish. Here's the 2-0, chopped to third. Mikulski across the diamond ends the inning, but not before a big one by the Ironbacks. 4 hits, 4 runs, no errors, and 1 man left on base. The Ironbacks lead the Americans 4-1 here at Sal Magley Stadium.
The Niagara Falls Americans appreciate the support of Stalka Agency. Serving Western New York since 1957, Stalka Agency makes insurance simple through proactive planning and straightforward conversations. Call the local Stalka insurance team at 716-634-7070 to get a tailored insurance quote that's as precise as a pitcher painting the outside corner. The Niagara Falls Americans appreciate the ongoing support of Blaze Brockway Contracting. Family owned and operated for over 15 years, Blaze Brockway Contracting specializes in all aspects of remodeling and renovation. Call 607-259-7607 for all of your construction and home improvement needs. A special thank you to Tropical Heating and Cooling for sponsoring the Americans this season. Locally owned and operated, Tropical Heating and Cooling provides expert installation, repair, and maintenance for home heating, cooling, and air quality systems. Call 716-870-0753 or head to tropicalheating.net to submit a service request and knock your heating and cooling needs out of the park.
Back here at Sal Magley Stadium on Education Day. The Americans now down to the Ironbacks 4-1. Carter Dorrington back out on the bump for the Ironbacks for his third inning of work here in the bottom of the third. Just a 7-inning game today, remember. The Ironbacks lead 4-1. The Ironbacks in their second season of play here with the BGCBL. The Americans in their third. Ironbacks, the first team in international territory across the border in St. Catharines, Ontario. Some good history for the Ironbacks name, though. Only the second year, but it's more than just a name. It represents qualities that all the people of St. Catharines and the Niagara region hold and aspire to possess: strength, perseverance, and fortitude. The Ironbacks. Favada digs in for the Americans. Playing right field today, walked and stole a base back in the first inning. Chops that one to back to Dorrington, who makes the play on the fly. So there's the first out of the inning.
We ask that you do not stand on the fence line in front of the field. This is a safety issue for the ball players as well as for yourselves. So please do not stand on the fence line along the field. Thank you.
So it'll be a pinch hitter for the Americans, and Dominic Zangerty bounces that one to third. And there's a quick 2 outs in the bottom of the third. Dominic Zangerty pinch hit for Matthew Ganschow.
Number 88, first baseman Alexander Graham.
Two outs in the inning already. Here's Alexander Graham. Graham was hit by a pitch, struck out in the first. Fouls that one back. Americans aggressive here in the bottom of the third, swinging early and often. Their on-base percentage been great this year in the PGCBL third. Taking 4 ball outside. On the other end, the Ironbacks have been great on the bump this season. They lead the PGCBL in ERA, a 2.70 team ERA. Here's the pitch to Graham, taken outside for a ball. It'll be 2-1 coming to Graham. 2 outs in the inning already. Ironbacks lead 4-1. Still nobody warming in the Americans' pen. Santos looks like he's got the 4th inning. Graham tips that one into the catcher's glove. It'll be a 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Here in the bottom of the third. Education Day here at Sal Maglie Stadium. The pitch inside misses. We'll go all the way to the backstop. Now a full count against Graham.
Looked more like Dorrington in that first inning there as Graham had to duck out of the way for that one.
Here's the 3-2 from Dorrington. Inside once again, and Graham reaches with a 2-out walk for the Americans.
Hoping to start a rally here. Last time in that bottom of the second, couple ground outs, then a walk. Second straight game with another runner on the first 2 outs.
21, Ryan Stallone.
In digs Ryan Stallone. Has the only RBI of the game and a walk back in the first for the Americans. First pitch to Stallone, taken in the dirt. Good block from Bullock behind the plate. Keeps Graham at first.
Just off his right pad. Didn't roll enough for Graham to try and get into second.
Dorrington down 1-0 here against Stallone. Rips that one fouled on the first base side. Americans down 4-1 here to the Ironbacks, bottom of the third, in a first game of a doubleheader, 7 innings. Here's the pitch to Stallone. Cut on and miss, strike 2. Stallone now down 1-2. You wonder if Ganschow's okay. That quick pinch hit early from Zangerty. Definitely a good hitter, but Ganschow wore that pitch in the ribs in the first. Possibly something to keep an eye on. Here's the 1-2. Graham takes off from first. Fouled back. Graham not being held on from Grigas at first. He'll retreat after the foul ball.
Graham got a pretty good jump there. Probably would have been safely.
We're in the bottom of the third. 2 outs, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch to Stallone. Fouled on the first base side again. It'll be a 1-2. Stallone played for the Canadian Junior National Team, won a gold medal in 2023 at the Baseball Canada Cup. Takes that one outside for ball 2. He was ranked the number 2 prospect in all of Ontario in his high school graduating class. Now attends Crowder Junior College in Missouri. Here's the pitch to Stallone. Ripped down the first baseline out of play. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here in the bottom of the third. The Ironbacks lead the Americans 4-1. The Americans still looking for their first hit of the ball game.
Yeah, just an array of walks and hit by pitches. I think that's what the Americans have been like before, but yeah, you'd like a hit here.
Pitch to Stallone. Driven into shallow right, drifting towards the line, and it's going to land foul. Looked like Ronan Glassford had trouble seeing that one because it didn't land foul by much, but Glassford got a late start to it.
Glassford lucky that one wasn't fair. Sun really played a factor. So we had the 9th pitch of this at bat.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Bottom of the third here in Niagara Falls, New York. The Falls not too far away. The Ironbacks coming across the border today to play against the Americans. Taking the dirt for ball 3. So that will release the runner Alexander Graham from first base. See if Stallone can put something in the gap, give Graham a chance to score on the play.
Had a great jump last time. So they get to third in a single. It's the same.
There goes Graham from first. Here's the 3-2, taken low now away for ball 4. Stallone reaches in with a 2-out walk.
So he'll take it as now tying runner comes to the plate.
Third baseman number 7, Christian Mikulski.
Here's Christian Mikulski, walked in his first at-bat. Struck out looking, actually. Richard Griffin takes a stroll to the mound, talks things over with his pitcher. The Ironbacks were founded by Mal Romanen in early 2025. He worked in media relations for the Toronto Blue Jays, spent 12 years as the director of communications for the Jays. First international team in PGCBL history. Joined last year after the Albany Dutchmen and Watertown Rapids left the league. Mikulski digs in. First and second. Chops that one in the infield. Dorrington fields, but it's big called back. Mikulski fouled it off himself in the box. He's down 0-1 now. Griffin going to come out to talk to the home plate umpire to see if he thought it didn't hit it. Mikulski down 0-1. Graham at second. Stallone off first. Here's the pitch. Inside, misses. Mikulski, 3 hits in his 1 start as an American. Playing third base today. Cooper Rowell played third base last night.
Just mishitting him as well.
Here's the pitch. Inside, ball 2. Seems like Dorrington likes that inside corner here against Mikulski. Here's the 2-1 from Dorrington. Misses outside. Ball 3. 2 outs in the inning. 3-1's the count. Graham at second. Stallone at first. Mikulski in the box. Some action in the Ironbacks bullpen. A couple arms starting to get loose. Dorrington steps off. Here's the 3-1 to Mikulski. Chopped in the 6-hole through for a base hit. Alexander Graham gets the green light. The throw from Hubble is cut off, and it's an RBI single from Mikulski, who continues to be a machine at the plate for the Americans.
Good piece of hitting there. 3-1 count. Left it over the middle of the plate, just past the diving Panazzo.
Batting the DH number 5, the X-Man, Xander Clark.
So Graham scores from second on the play. Stallone moves up 90 feet to second. Here's Xander Clark. Bounced into a fielder's choice in his first at-bat. That's the first hit of the ball game for the Americans. This is outside for a ball. Clark ahead in the count, 1-0 here in the bottom of the third. Here's the pitch to Xander Clark. Fastball misses up and away for ball 2. Clark currently playing at Fayetteville Community College in North Carolina. Kind of like North Carolina conditions outside today. 83 degrees here in Niagara Falls. A heat advisory until 8 p.m. tonight. Here's the pitch to Clark. Cut on and missed for strike 1. A good 2-0 hack from Clark. Just missed it. Going to get up to 85 today. We may see some rain later this afternoon. Clark flies that one down the left field line. Hubble under it and makes the catch to end the inning. Not before 1 run on 1 hit. No errors. And 2 men left on base. The Americans make it a 4-2 ball game. The Ironbacks still hold the lead here at Sal Magley Stadium.
The Niagara Falls Americans appreciate the support of Stalka Agency. Serving Western New York since 1957, Stalka Agency makes insurance simple through proactive planning and straightforward conversations. Call the local Stalka insurance team at 716-634-7070 to get a tailored insurance quote that's as precise as a pitcher painting the outside corner. The Americans would like to thank Salino Plumbing, Heating, Cooling, and Electric for their continuous support. Salino Plumbing's licensed Buffalo professionals strive for same-day service with fully stocked vehicles to reduce wait times. Whether it's emergency plumbing, mainline repairs, or anything in between, call 716-202-9665 for all your plumbing, heating, cooling, and electrical needs today. The Niagara Falls Americans appreciate the ongoing support of Blaze Brockway Contracting. Family owned and operated for over 15 years, Blaze Brockway Contracting specializes in all aspects of remodeling and renovation. Call 607-259-7607 for all of your construction and home improvement needs. The Niagara Falls Americans appreciate the support of Greater Together Credit Union. Greater Together Credit Union provides personalized banking, loans, mortgages, and savings accounts for anyone living, working, or attending school in Erie or Niagara counties. For more information, current rates, or to apply for membership, visit greatertogethercu.com.
Back at the barber shop, Sal Magley Stadium, Niagara Falls, New York. Here on Education Day, the Ironbacks lead the Americans 4-2. Americans got their first hit of the ball game last inning in a seeing eye single from Christian Mikulski. Scored a run as well. Alexander Graham, first run as an American. Yadiel Santos back on the bump for the Americans. That one's flown to left center. Back goes Stallone. He's back. He won't get there. It's going to fall for a base hit. Rounding second, headed for third. The throw in, not going to be in time. It's a leadoff triple for Ronan Glassford. And a good start to the inning for the Ironbacks.
You talk about that for a first game. That ball just kept carrying. It looked like it was going to hold up in center field. Wind just pushed it over. If you're the Americans, you're hoping that one bounces over the wall, but it doesn't. Lead-off triple here. It's the Ironbacks. No semblance of stopping hitting.
Here's Jordan Gallo. Americans bring the infield in. Santos misses up and away for ball 1.
Santos struggling past those 2 frames.
Still nobody warming for the Americans. That one's cut on and missed by Gallo. Seth Morrison warming up for the Ironbacks in their bullpen. Gallo 0 for 1 today, grounded out to second in his first at-bat. Takes a strike on the outside corner, a good spot by Yadiel Santos. Americans have the infield and outfield in normal depth. Here's the pitch to Gallo, taken in the dirt for a ball. Now 2-2 against Jordan Gallo, batting from the left side against Santos. Santos in for his 4th inning of work now in the top of the 4th. Now in arm warming, it's Jackson Lerner in the pen for the Americans. That one's flown to shallow left, fading, and it's going to go foul into foul territory. So we'll do it again, 2-2 against Gallo. Ronan Glassford on third with a leadoff triple for the Ironbacks. Their 6th hit of the ball game. That one's ripped up the middle for an RBI base hit. Jordan Gallo brings another run home for the Ironbacks. They extend their lead 5-2. You
got to take out Santos here. He's just throwing these ones right over the plate. Hit sharply into center.
So here's Will Majares, batting from the right side as the designated hitter today for the Ironbacks. Gallo off first. Santos from the stretch. Deals. Outside misses. Now Lerner starting to quicken the pace in the warm-ups. Getting some bullets thrown. Looks like Morrison walking down to the bullpen. Or walking back to the dugout, excuse me. There he goes from first. Throw it on to second from Gankinger. It's in time. Zach Gankinger throws out a runner at second in his Americans debut.
That's the thing we've really been needing for the Americans. Just every team has run all over us. Great stuff there. Gankinger had him stealing.
So a nice throw and a nice tag at second. Zach Gankinger. First out of the inning. Majares in the box. Takes the ball up. For ball 1. 1-0. Santos steps off the mound to fix his hat. A couple of seagulls flying around. Hopefully no Randy Johnson moment.
Certainly gotten close.
Here's the pitch. Strike 1. Be 1-1 to Majares. Here's Santos' 1-1. Fastball misses in the dirt for ball 4. And Majares reaches with a 1-out walk for the Ironbacks. Now Will Cordero going to take a trip to the mound and talk things over with Yadiel Santos.
I'm surprised you let him go in the 4th after those 4 runs given up in the 3rd.
Chase Hubble, the left fielder, digging in for the Ironbacks. Here we'll face against Santos. Lerner getting thrown some more in the bullpen. Cordero going to leave Santos in to get out of this inning. Runner on first, 1 out for the Ironbacks. It's Chase Hubble at the dish. Hubble 0 for 0. Got hit by a pitch in the 3rd in his first at-bat. Two hits in the inning. The Ironbacks up to 7 in the game. Here's the pitch from Santos. Takes called strike. Thus Hubble. Nice slider on the outside corner. (5-2). The Ironbacks lead the Americans here at Sal Magley. Pick off the first. Back in time is Manjarres.
A couple of near pickoffs so far in this game. Sometimes hasn't been able to get them out.
No steals on the year yet for Manjarres. Dribbles down the third baseline. Foul. 2 strikes now on Hubble. Santos from the stretch. 1 out here in the top half of the 4th. 1 run already in. Misses, blown away with that slider. Santos seemingly using a lot with 2 strikes on a hitter. Majara is off first. A pretty regular lead. Fake steal, chopper to short. Flip to second for 1, on to first. It's in time. A 6-4-3 double play for the Americans. Salcido to Gladfelter to Graham. And the Americans get out of the 4th. 1 run on 2 hits. No errors and no men left on base. At the end of 3.5 innings, the Ironbacks lead the Americans 5-2 here on the American Sports Network.
The Niagara Falls Americans would like to thank Bully Hill Vineyards for their support all season long. On the south end of gorgeous Keuka Lake, you can taste over 40 wines and enjoy food at a family-friendly winery open 7 days a week. Visit bullyhillvineyards.com to learn more about what they have to offer. The Americans would like to thank Salino Plumbing, Heating, Cooling, and Electric for their continuous support. Salino Plumbing's licensed Buffalo professionals strive for same-day service with fully stocked vehicles to reduce wait times. Whether it's emergency plumbing, mainline repairs, or anything in between, call 716-202-9665 for all your plumbing, heating, cooling, and electrical needs today. The Niagara Falls Americans appreciate the support of Greater Together Credit Union. Greater Together Credit Union provides personalized banking, loans, mortgages, and savings accounts for anyone living, working, or attending school in Erie or Niagara counties. For more information, current rates, or to apply for membership, visit greatertogethercu.com. Sammy's Pizzeria has been family-owned and operated for 3 generations since 1962 and are the originators of the 1/2 tray of pizza. The Americans would like to thank Sammy's for sponsoring the team this season. Pick up all your favorites right across the street from Sal Magley Stadium at Sammy's Pizzeria. The Niagara Falls Americans appreciate the ongoing support of Blaze Brockway Contracting. Family owned and operated for over 15 years, Blaze Brockway Contracting specializes in all aspects of remodeling and renovation. Call 607-259-7607 for all of your construction and home improvement needs.
So Seth Morrison will take over for the Ironbacks here in the bottom half of the 4th. Committed to York College in Pennsylvania, a Division II school. Seth Morrison. His second appearance on the year. He's thrown 4 innings this year. Has not allowed an earned run. First pitch to Evan Shank is taken for a ball. 1-0.
Yeah, Seth Morrison, graduating player of the year, and recorded both a career no-hitter and a combined no-hitter during minor league baseball.
Shank takes ball 2, lone away. Lerner now down in the bullpen. Here's the 2-0 to Shank. Taken for ball 3, 3-0. Americans have worked 5 walks so far this afternoon against the Ironbacks. Here's the pitch. Taken for ball 4. There's the 6th walk of the day for this Americans offense.
Yeah, these walks really have kept them in this game. As you can see, that single hit. You'll get on base however you can.
Here's Miguel Salcido from the Dominican Republic. Shank off first. The Americans down 5-2. Here's the pitch. Strike one. There's the first strike thrown from Morrison. Shank off first. Salcido at the plate, kind of wearing the cut-off socks. That's a pick off the first, dropped.
Cito's still looking for his first hit this game.
Right, number 24 for the Americans, batting from the right side. Here's the pitch. Ripped to center field. Ranging over is Pratchett. He makes the play. A good piece from Salcido, but he's retired for the first out of the inning.
Stepping in the catcher, number 9, Zach Geckinger.
Here's Zach Gankinger. Walked in his first at-bat back in the second inning. First pitch to Gankinger, fouled straight back, right on that one. Shank at first. Not too much playing time at Penn State Barron for Gankinger, but definitely a great defensive catcher addition for the Americans.
Yeah, already caught someone stealing, so that's pretty good compared to other catches we've had in this game.
Shank off first. Pitch. Driven into center field. Back goes Pratchett. He makes the play. Shank gonna tag up from first, and he makes it. A smart high IQ play by Evan Shank to move into scoring position on the play.
Yeah, Prashad really didn't throw that one that urgently. They got a runner in scoring position.
So back-to-back putouts by London Pratchett in center field. But now Shank moves up 90 feet into scoring position for Justin Gladfelter. Gladfelter, the leadoff batter today for the Americans. He's 0 for 1.
Looking for his first RBI on the year.
Pitch could have squared a bunt, pull back. Gladfelter looking to bunt for a hit, possibly down the third baseline. Martin was back a little bit. Not anymore. Gladfelter 2 hits last night in Jamestown. Stole a couple bags as well. Here's the pitch. Takes a strike. Fastball outside corner from Morrison.
Morrison was looking for that pitch earlier in this game on that leadoff walk.
Seth Morrison played 4 years in the CPBL, the Canadian Premier Baseball League. Taking that one for strike 2 is Gladfelter. We're in the bottom half of the fourth. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs here at Education Day. 5-2, the Ironbacks lead the Americans. 7 hits for the Ironbacks, just 1 for the Americans. Here's the 1-2 from Morrison. Ripped into right center. Going back is Glassford. He's not going to get there. It's in the gap. 1 run is in. Gladfelter rounds second. He's headed for third. And it's a 2-out triple for Justin Gladfelter, his first RBI on the season. And the Americans now are down 5-3.
That's what the Americans needed on that 1-2 count. Left it a bit too much over the plate. Americans finally got one into the gap as that one rolled all the way to the wall. Americans will get another run back here.
Here's Vincent Favada. Gladfelter off third. Probably would want to steal home here with his energy, but going to have to stay put at third unless he pulls off something crazy. Here's the pitch to Favada. Outside corner misses for a ball. Slider.
Another good piece of hitting from the Americans with 2 outs. So they got that second run as well.
Here's the pitch. ripped down the left field line, but foul. Good piece from Pavada, just a little bit out in front. 2-1 now against the right fielder for the Americans. He's 0 for 1 today, popped out to the pitcher last inning and walked in the first with a stolen bag on the day. Here's the pitch, chopped to short at Peyton Panazzo's got it, throw on the run, gets Pavada by a step. Not before the Americans score 1 run on 1 hit, no errors, and 1 man left on base after 4.5 innings. The Americans and the Ironbacks here at Sal Maglie Stadium, the Ironbacks have a 5-3 lead. We'll stay right here and sing "Take Me Out to the Ball Game" at Sal Maglie Stadium.
Take it away, Lady Liberty.
All right, my friends are coming down to the field now. They're very excited to sing for everybody. Is everybody excited for some "Take Me Out to the Ball Game"? All right, give them a few minutes here, or a few seconds.
Is that the same picture for Americans? Can you send us the piano? Yeah. Santos?
And they're still coming.
Attendance. 3,044. That's what I'm going to tell you.
While we're waiting, fans, don't forget today is a doubleheader. We'll be playing 7 innings, and then the second game will start about a half an hour after the first. So stick around for the second half of our doubleheader.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, they're about ready to start. Are we ready?
Come a little further onto the field so we can see you. Or not.
Still waiting to sing "Take Me Out to the Ball Game" here at Sal Maglie Stadium, a great tradition. And they're singing, nice loud on the field. Great tradition at every ballpark, especially here at Sal Maglie Stadium.
Fantastic. Thank you so much for visiting us here at Sal Maglie Stadium.
So Franklin Griffin will lead off
For the Ironbacks.
at the top of the 5th. Griffin leads off in the 10 spot for the Ironbacks. Reached on a fielder's choice back in the 3rd. Now just his second at bat of the day. Remember, a 7-inning game. Doubleheader for the Americans. Making sure all of our "Take Me Out to the Ball Game" singers get off the field in proper order. And we're good to play ball. Santos, first pitch to Griffin. Called strike 1, a nice slider. Lands in on the outer half of the plate. Santos seems to like that pitch with the first pitch strike, kind of a get-me-over slider. Misses that one for a ball. It'll be 1-1 here to Franklin Griffin.
Santos, those first 10 pitches in that first at bat, 10 pitches, 9 strikes. And since then, extra 36 pitches, only 18 strikes, so down to around half.
Misses that one inside for ball 2. So it's 2-1 to Griffin. Yeah, Santos came out hot in terms of finding the location that he wanted. That one swung on and missed for strike 2. But since then, been kind of struggling finding the plate this afternoon. Santos against Griffin. 2-2 count here in the top of the 5th. Here's the pitch. Strike 3 called. Griffin sent back to the dugout on strikes. First out of the inning is made.
Yeah, Americans trying to stop the Ironbacks from keeping scoring 2 straight innings with a run, trying to end it the 5th.
Back to the top of the order, Peyton Panazzo. Played last season at St. Xavier in Chicago, Illinois, an NAIA school. They won the conference tournament. He was a 3-year varsity player, 2 years shortstop in high school. Was also 13 for 20 in steals this past year, 13 steals on the season. Santos on the mound. Here's the 1-0 to Panazzo. Taken in the dirt for a ball, 2-0 now. See, this is kind of the struggle zone for Santos, kind of gets behind in the count. Really can't find a way to get back in the count with the strike zone. With the strike throwing, I should say. That one's ripped down the right field line, but it's going to go foul. Long strike. Panazzo, good wood on it.
Yeah, I'll struggle with being behind in the counts and unable to really pinpoint the corners. Instead, he'll leave it too much over the plate and give up a hit.
Still 2-1. 1 out in the inning. We're in the top half of the 5th. Just a 7-inning game today. Then we'll have another one right after. Here's the pitch from Santos. Dribble down the first baseline, going to go foul. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out.
For another strikeout here.
Here's the 2-2 from Santos. Misses up and away for a ball. Now it'll be a full count. Santos in his 5th inning of work. Here's the 3-2. Misses up and away for a 1-out walk. Peyton Panazzo works his way on.
You work it to a 2-2. They fouled off a couple of your pitches, just couldn't get that payoff one, similar to that first up at.
Panazzo a threat to run for this Ironbacks team. Here's London Prashid. 0 for 2 today. A couple of ground outs. Pick off the first. Panazzo back in plenty of time. Stole a bag in the 3rd. He's got 3 on the year already for the Ironbacks. Here's the pitch from Santos. Misses up and in. Almost hit Prashid. Made a couple nice catches in center today. Couple balls driven fairly deep. He's tracked them down with no trouble.
It certainly could have changed this game.
Santos is 1-0 to London Prashid. And he drills them in the back. Been a common theme on the year for Santos. Too many hit by pitches, too many walks. We've seen one of each of those this inning.
Now batting first baseman number 3, Michael Rodriguez.
So here's Michael Grigas. Big run will double back in the 3rd inning. That scored a run. Also flew out to center in the 1st. So here comes associate head coach Paul Wolf. Looks like he's going to take the ball from his starter and call on the bullpen.
Yeah, I was kind of surprised how long it took for them to pull Santos. Gave up another run last inning. Luckily it wasn't more, but I feel like you wonder after giving up 4 in the 3rd, you try and get him out immediately.
So it's going to be Jackson Lerner trotting in from the bullpen. Call to the bullpen. We'll take a short break here on the American Sports Network. It's Tom Rook. It's Ethan Duncan from Sal Magley Stadium.
Sammy's Pizzeria has been family owned and operated for 3 generations since 1962 and are the originators of the 1/2 tray of pizza. The Americans would like to thank Sammy's for sponsoring the team this season. Pick up all your favorites right across the street from Sal Magley Stadium at Sammy's Pizzeria. The Niagara Falls Americans would like to thank TLC Pet Food for their continued support. Specializing in nutrient-dense recipes, TLC Pet Food offers dog and cat food with fresh ingredients and added probiotics. Find the whole life dog and cat formulas for your furry friend at tlcpetfood.com.
Back here at Sal Magley Stadium, Jackson Lerner in out of the bullpen for the Americans. Lerner a side armor. Tall body on the mound, wearing high socks today. Final line on Yadiel Santos, 4 1/3 inning. 5 runs, 7 hits, 1 strikeout, 2 walks, and 2 hit by pitches. So just a couple too many free bags. But Santos got some length for the Americans, some much needed length, 4 1/3 innings. Might not seem like a lot, but definitely more than what the Americans have seen in the starting pitcher role. They've had a couple too many short outings. So now Lerner comes in. Looks like Justin Gladfelter, going to step in and talk to Jackson Lerner. Justin Jackson, there's a duo. First and second, 1 out now with Lerner coming in. He'll face Michael Grigas. Definitely a trouble bat the Americans have had some struggles with.
Yeah, you'd love a double play ball here.
Lerner from the stretch. Here's the pitch. Misses outside for a ball, 1-0. Lerner on the season, 3 appearances, 3 2/3 innings, 3 earned runs. Here's the pitch, outside, ball 2. Lerner features a good mix, slider, sinker, changeup. That one's popped foul out of play. Two and 1. Now 1 out in the inning. Here's the pitch from Lerner, outside, ball 3.
Really loving what you see so far from Lerner.
Yeah, coming out of the bullpen, your job, throw strikes. Be consistent in that area. Here's Lerner's 3-1. Ripped foul right back to the screen. Grigas right on it. Looks like Grigas rocking a mic. Looks like he's mic'd up at home plate on his jersey. Possibly a little social media video going on for the Ironbacks. Here's the pitch from Lerner. Runners go. Popped fouled on the third baseline. A double steal was on for the Ironbacks. Three, 2, 1 out here in the top half of the 5th. The Ironbacks lead the Americans 5-3 on the American Sports Network. 7 hits for the Ironbacks, just 2 for the Americans this afternoon. First game of a doubleheader. Here's the pitch from Lerner. Chopped foul behind home. We'll do it again. Panazzo off for second. Prashad off first. Some good speed on the bases for the Ironbacks. Ball put in the gap. You can see both runs score pretty easily. Both runners go. And it's a hit by pitch. Another one by this Americans pitching staff. Back-to-back hit by pitches. That'll load the bases.
Yeah, hit him right on the toe. Honestly, you're lucky there because that ball was going to bounce away. Now, bases are loaded for Josh Bullock.
Now batting the catcher, number 22, Joshua Bullock.
Here's Josh Bullock. Base hit to left in his second at-bat back in the third. Popped out to third in his first at-bat in the second, so 1 for 2 today. Lerner looking for a ground ball. The infield back in the middle, in the corners for the Americans. Lerner misses away with a slider, 1-0.
Pretty much the opposite is outing in that Auburn game where went 1 2/3, only allowed 1 hit, strikeout, just getting groundouts, flyouts.
Lerner 6'1", 180 from Clarkson. There's a called strike, 1-1. Just 2 appearances this year at Clarkson. 3 earned runs in 2 1/3 inning, 3 walks, 1 strikeout from Stratham, New Hampshire. Here's the pitch. Called strike, 1-2 now.
Nice movement on this pitch, looking to freeze him here again.
Lerner from the stretch. Deals. Misses low. Be a 2-2. Good block from Gankinger. Gankinger, a really plus defender behind the plate, coming from a really high-level Division III school in Penn State Behrend.
Deal with all the Seagulls as well.
It'll be a 2-2 from Lerner. Dribble to first. Graham Fields fires home. It's high over the head of Gankinger and out of play. So it'll be an E3 on the play. 2 runs will score because of the overthrow into the Americans' dugout. And the Ironbacks take a 7-3 lead here in the top half of the 5th.
Yeah, terrible throw there from Graham. Would have beat him out easily to get the force out at home.
Panazzo and Prashad both score. Grigas moves up to third. And Bullock moves to second on the overthrow. Lerner misses down and away for a ball. Americans down 7-3 now. They'll bring the full infield in. Salcido and Gladfelter in the middle. On the edge of what would be the grass. The green-colored turf. That one gets away from Gankinger. And another run comes in to score in Cooper Martin. Michael Grigas. He scores. Joshua Bullock moves to third. Cooper Martin at the dish now. Now 8-3, the Ironbacks lead the Americans. Here's the pitch from Lerner. Cut on and miss by Martin. That'll be a 2-1 to Cooper Martin. A lot more Seagulls flying around on the field. Lerner, another hit by pitch in Martin. Americans having some trouble getting out of this inning. Lerner comes on and 2-run score on an E3 and then a hit by pitch. Wild pitch as well. Cooper Martin reaches on the hit by pitch. Here's Ronan Glassford. He pops this one up in the infield. Christian Mikulski calling it. He can't see it. It lands in fair territory. Will trickle foul. Mikulski lost it in the white clouds, the sunshine. A tough inning for Jackson Lerner.
Yeah, Seagulls really haven't helped anybody so far in this game.
I don't know if he lost it in the Seagulls. You think white, a lot of white combo there. Could have been. 1 strike. Here's the pitch to Glassford. Ripped, fouled on the third baseline. Martin was stealing on the play. He'll retreat back to first. Glassford tripled his bat last time up to left center. Jackson Lerner on the mound. The Americans wearing the home whites. The Ironbacks in the red jerseys. Here's the pitch from Lerner. 0-2 misses outside for ball 1. Now 1-2 against Glassford. First and third for the Ironbacks. Pick off to first. Martin back in time. Ground ball would get the Americans out of the inning, so you could say they're 1 pitch away from getting out of this one. Lerner, the pitch. Runner takes off from first. Fielded from Graham at first. He steps on the bag this time and makes the play. So it's a unassisted first base put out. Now 2 outs in the inning.
Now batting the extra hitter, number 12, Justin Gallo.
So here's Gallo, the extra hitter for the Ironbacks today. They're now leading 9-3. That one's in for a strike from Lerner. From the top half of the 5th, the Ironbacks 2 crooked numbers in this one. 5 in the 5th inning, 4 runs, and 4 runs in the 3rd inning as well. Here's the pitch to Gallo. Outside corner called strike, 0-2 now. 2 outs in the inning. Cooper Martin on second. Lerner goes to Clarkson in Potsdam. Definitely used to the upstate New York, western New York weather. Coming down now here to Niagara Falls to pitch this summer. Misses that one. Now 2-2 against Gallo. Here's the pitch. Outside corner, misses. Just barely. It'll be a full count now. 7 hits on the day for the Ironbacks. None this inning. They've still managed to put up 4 runs. Here's the full count pitch from Lerner to Gallo. Inside corner, drilled to deep right field. Back goes Clark at the track. It's gone. Jordan Gallo. A 2-out, 2-run homer. And the Ironbacks now lead 11-3 against the Americans.
Gallo just got all of it there. Was looking for Lerner to try and go to that inside breaking ball. Froze him earlier. Got all of it. It's Gallo, homers to right. That's 6 in the 5th.
That's the first hit of the inning for the Ironbacks.
Now batting number 32, William Majerus.
They now lead 11-3. An 8-run deficit for the Americans. Jackson Lerner is going to try to get out of this one. He lands that one in for an inside strike. Here's the 0-1. Outside fastball misses, 1-1. Swung on and missed for strike 2. Good slider from Lerner there. Yeah, just came a little bit too far in on that last batter. Caught too much of the zone, and Gallo made him pay. Here's the pitch from Lerner. Cut on and missed, strike 3. Gankinger tags him out. That'll end the inning, not before 6 runs on 1 hit, 1 error, and no men left on base after 4.5 innings. The Ironbacks now lead the Americans 11-3 here at Sal Magley Stadium.
The Niagara Falls Americans appreciate the ongoing support of Blaze Brockway Contracting. Family owned and operated for over 15 years, Blaze Brockway Contracting specializes in all aspects of remodeling and renovation. Call 607-259-7607 for all of your construction and home improvement needs. Falls. As an environmental service provider, Casella manages and transforms society's waste into new resources. Call 716-637-4843 to get a price quote on garbage pickup. The Niagara Falls Americans appreciate the support of Greater Together Credit Union. Greater Together Credit Union provides personalized banking, loans, mortgages, and savings accounts for anyone living, working, or attending school in Erie or Niagara counties. For more information, current rates, or to apply for membership, visit greatertogethercu.com. The Niagara Falls Americans would like to thank McDonald's for being a sponsor of the team this year. With an extensive menu of well-known favorites, McDonald's is famous for its convenience. Especially during a long baseball season, McDonald's is the perfect place to grab a quick bite to eat and get right back to the ballpark. So head to your nearest McDonald's and enjoy all the classics. The Niagara Falls Americans would like to thank Coca-Cola for their support this season. Known for its refreshing bubbles and iconic flavor, Coca-Cola is the world's best-selling carbonated soft drink. Snag a Coke right here at the Sal Magley Stadium concession stand and make your game day even sweeter.
So Dom Zangerty will lead off the inning for the Americans. Came in earlier in the game to pinch hit for Matt Ganschow, who left the game injured with a left rib injury. Got drilled by a pitch. Zangerty in against Morrison. Seth Morrison. Morrison back out for second inning of work for the Ironbacks. Thrown behind Zangerty for ball one.
We've seen a couple of those just missing the hit by pitches just because they're thrown behind you.
Swung on and missed by Zangerty. Now 1-1. Will be a freshman this fall at Niagara University. Here's the pitch. Ripped up the middle. There's the leadoff single for Dom Zangerty. Crushed that one. A good barrel. Right up the middle.
Now batting first baseman, number 88, Alexander Graham.
So here's Alexander Graham. From Guelph, Ontario. Zangerty will lead off first with the leadoff single.
Take strike one.
Graham 0 for 1 today, struck out in his first at-bat in the first inning, then walked and came around to score on the Mikulski single. Takes that one upstairs for ball one.
Can't forget that huge error, though.
Yeah, big error by Graham. Allowed a couple runs to come in and score. Here's the pitch from Morrison. Taken upstairs for ball two. Be a 2-1 pitch to Alexander Graham. Played this past year at SUNY Niagara in the infield. There's the pitch, cut on and missed. Strike two. Graham a little behind that heater from Morrison. Now 2-2. Here's the pitch to Graham. Driven into center field. And hauled in out there for the first out of the inning.
Just a half swing there from Graham. Got a good amount under it, but just flied out center.
Yeah, try to keep it alive, put something in play with 2 strikes. Here's Ryan Stallone. Stallone reached base safely in both times today. 2 walks. Pick off the first. Zangerty back in time. Definitely a threat to run, but down 8. Not sure the Americans are willing to test it. More about passing the baton here. Here's the pitch to Stallone. Misses outside for a ball. Zangerty off first. Here's the pitch to Stallone. Chopped down the third baseline. Martin fields, bare hand, throws to first. Not in time, and the pick can't be made at first either. Zangerty will head to third and stay there. So he'll move up 90 feet on the tough throw at third by Cooper Martin. We'll see how that one's scored. Looks like it's going to be a hit.
Yeah, just a tough throw there and just drops and then couldn't find it.
Sending in number 7, third baseman Christian Mikulski.
So Stallone reaches on a single. Americans' third hit of the ball game. Zangerty reaches to third on the overthrow. Ball taken up and in.
It looked like Coach Cordero was trying to, given the windmill, it looked like he was trying to send him home from first, but Gardy opted not to.
Here's the pitch. Popped in shallow in the infield. Caught by Panazzo. And there's the second out of the inning. It's a tough out if you're an Americans fan. Christian Mikulski can kind of do anything there to get a run in other than bounce into a double play or pop up to the infield. That's what he does. So here's the X-Man, Xander Clark, digging in. Clark 0 for 2. Bounced into a fielder's choice in the first. Flew out to left field in the third. That one's ripped up the middle, fielded by Panazzo. He's going to go to first, and he gets Clark to end the inning. So in the bottom half of the fifth, no runs. Two hits. No errors, and 2 runners left on base. At the end of 5 complete innings, the Ironbacks lead the Americans 11-3.
It's time for the kids' run. Dominic, let him loose.
The Niagara Falls Americans appreciate the support of Stalka Agency. Serving Western New York since 1957, Stalka Agency makes insurance simple through proactive planning and straightforward conversations. Call the local Stalka insurance team at 716-634-7070 to get a tailored insurance quote that's as precise as a pitcher painting the outside corner. The Niagara Falls Americans would like to thank TLC Pet Food for their continued support. Specializing in nutrient-dense recipes, TLC Pet Food offers dog and cat food with fresh ingredients and added probiotics. Find the whole life dog and cat formulas for your furry friend at tlcpetfood.com. The Niagara Falls Americans appreciate the support of Greater Together Credit Union. Greater Together Credit Union provides personalized banking, loans, mortgages, and savings accounts for anyone. The Niagara Falls Americans would like to thank McDonald's for being a sponsor of the team this year. With an extensive menu of well-known favorites, McDonald's is famous for its convenience. Especially during a long baseball season, McDonald's is the perfect place to grab a quick bite to eat and get right back to the ballpark. So head to your nearest McDonald's and enjoy all the classics. The Niagara Falls Americans thank Casella Waste Systems for their continued support. Casella offers sustainable waste management and garbage pickup right here in Niagara Falls. As an environmental service provider, Casella manages and transforms society's waste into new resources.
Back here at Sal Magley Stadium in Niagara Falls, New York. We got a pinch hitter here for the Ironbacks. Chase Hubble out. Check that. Looks like Jordan Gallo coming. No. Chase Hubble out. There's the pitch. Down and in. Called strike. Here's the pitch, taken outside for a ball. Pinch hitter for Hubble is Caleb Locatelli from Erie Community College. Top half of the sixth. The Ironbacks lead the Americans 11-3. That one's taken for a strike. It'll be a 2-2 to Locatelli. Here's the pitch. Outside miss. There's that sweeper from Lerner. Can't land it against Locatelli. It'll be a full count. The pitch. And he drills him inside. Lerner can't control that two-seam fastball. And the leadoff runner reaches on the hit by pitch.
Another hit by pitch there. Ball, strike, hit by pitch.
Now batting number 0, the second baseman, Franklin Griffin.
Here's Franklin Griffin the third for the Ironbacks. Came around to score after reaching on a fielder's choice back in the third. Struck out looking last inning in the fifth. Here's the pitch to Griffin, taken on the outside corner for a first pitch strike. Griffin, a 5'10", 170-pound middle infielder for this Ironback team, batting from the left side. Here's the pitch. Outside misses. 1-1. Education Day game here at Sal Magley Stadium. Game 1 of a doubleheader. Here's the pitch from Lerner. Chopped up the middle. Fielded by Gladfelter. No, it's not. Off his glove. It reaches into center. And there's a base hit from Franklin Griffin. Would have been a tough play for Gladfelter to make. First two runners on.
Yeah, with slide in there, just off the top of the glove. Might have had a chance.
At bat for the Ironbacks, shortstop number 1, Peyton Panazzo.
Back to the top of the order in Panazzo for the Ironbacks. Very talented player for this Ironbacks team. As a stolen base, a single, and a walk already today. Remember, we're playing 2 like Ernie Banks said today, so game 2 will start about 30 minutes after game 1 ends. That one's flown to left field. Fading foul. Zangardi will run it down, but not get there in time. Chase after it. Lerner back to the mound, ahead 0-2 against Panazzo. Struck out swinging in the first inning against Yadiel Santos. The only time he's been out today. First and second. Here's the pitch to Lerner, from Lerner. Throwing behind Panazzo. The runners will move up 90 feet into scoring position. So here's a pinch hitter for the Ironbacks. London Prashid to come out. Here's Mateo Sursta, a two-way from Hassan University in Bangor, Maine. Takes that one for strike number 1 on the check swing. So now Panazzo on first from the hit by pitch. Lerner in bases loaded trouble once again. Here's the pitch. Chopped fouled on the first baseline 0-2. Lerner doing a good job of getting 2 strikes early. Just really can't finish off these hitters.
Yeah, 35 pitches, 19 strikes. He starts out early. We've said just can't get that payoff pitch, which is the most important pitch.
Here's the 0-2. Dribbled towards Graham at first. Steps on the bag. That's all he'll get. The first out of the inning, but it's an RBI ground out for pinch hitter Mateo Sersta.
Yeah, let's take whatever you can get there. give Lerner the strikeout, get another run to come in.
Now batting first baseman, number 3, Michael Regas.
So Locatelli scores, makes it a 12-3 ball game. The Ironbacks now have a 9-run lead. Griffin moves up to third. That one's driven to left field and foul.
Got a lot of fans in the stands. Sadly, they're all Seagulls here.
So Panazzo at second, Griffin at third, 1 run in already this inning. Grigas at the plate. The ground will double back in the third. He takes ball number 1. Be a 1-1 from Lerner coming. Lerner from the stretch, deals. Caught on and missed. Strike 2 from Grigas. 2 Grigas from Lerner. There's that sweeper again.
And that 1-2 count. Just gotta figure out what he's gonna do to put away.
Americans playing the infield back. They're going to trade it out for a run. Here's the 1-2. Chop to second. Gladfelter plays on the high hop. It's off his glove and into right field for a base hit. 2 runs will score. Close play at second. Bad throw. Cannot be handled by Salcido from Favada and right. And the Ironbacks now lead 14-3 on the E4.
Yeah, that one definitely an error from Gladfelter right off the bat. Those 2 runs score.
2-run score on the play. Now 14-3. That one's taken for a ball up. Here's Josh Bullock.
Now batting the catcher, number 22, Josh Bullock.
The 1-0 to Bullock. Chopped down the first baseline. Mishandled by Graham. Play at first, not in time. A bad throw, and another run will score. Now 15-3. The Ironbacks lead the Americans. See how that one scored? Looks like it's going to be a hit. Would have been a tough play to make for Graham at first off his glove. You got to feel for Jackson Lerner right now. A couple soft hit balls around the infield just not handled by the Americans' defense. Strike 1. Lerner ahead. 0-1 to Cooper Martin, the third baseman today for the Ironbacks. Here's the pitch. Inside corner, called a strike. Now Lerner ahead 0-2. Here's the pitch. Fouled down the first base line. Ranging over is Gladfelter, and he can't get there. Good hustle from Justin Gladfelter and Alexander Graham. Nobody makes the play. Graham making sure his fielders get back. Favada in right. A long inning here. 4 runs already in by the Ironbacks. 1 out. Here's the pitch. Swung out and missed. Strike 3. There's Lerner's first strikeout of the game.
Seems like the errors have really doomed the Americans so far in this game.
Now batting number 34, right fielder Ronan Glassford.
Here's Ronan Glassford. He pops this one up in the infield. Salcido back into shallow left. It's going to fall for a base hit. Salcido lost it in the sun. And another runner reaches for the Ironbacks.
Salcido called off Zangardi, bounced behind him. Honestly, might have had a chance to score there as Bullock.
Now batting number 12, Justin Grillo.
4 runs in the inning. Just 2 hits, 1 error as well. Kind of a shame that one's called a hit if you're a learner. Soft contact doing his job. One's taken outside for a ball. 1-0. "11 hits on the day for the Ironbacks, just 4 for the Americans." Here's the pitch from Lerner. Inside almost. Hits Glassford. Glassford, his second at-bat of the inning. Lerner down 2-0 to Gallo. Here's the pitch. Outside corner called a strike. 2-1 now to Jordan Gallo. The extra hitter today for the Ironbacks. Cut on and missed by Gallo. It'll be a 2-2. Got a feel for Jackson Lerner out there on the mound. Heat warning today in Niagara Falls. Long inning. Outside corner called, strike 3. And that ends the inning, not before 4 runs on 2 hits, 1 error, and 2 men left on base. The Ironbacks now lead the Americans 15-3 here at Sal Magley Stadium on the American Sports Network.
The Niagara Falls Americans would like to thank McDonald's for being a sponsor of the team this year. With an extensive menu of well-known favorites, McDonald's is famous for its convenience. Especially during a long baseball season, McDonald's is the perfect place to grab a quick bite to eat and get right back to the ballpark. So head to your nearest McDonald's and enjoy all the classics. The Niagara Falls Americans would like to thank Coca-Cola for their support this season. Known for its refreshing bubbles and iconic flavor, Coca-Cola is the world's best-selling carbonated soft drink. Snag a Coke right here at the Sal Magley Stadium concession stand and make your game day even sweeter. Sammy's Pizzeria has been family-owned and operated for 3 generations since 1962 and are the originators of the 1/2 tray of pizza. The Americans would like to thank Sammy's for sponsoring the team this season. Pick up all your favorites right across the street from
So the Ironbacks lead the Americans 15-3.
Leading off the bottom of the
here in the bottom half of the 6th. Evan Shank to lead things off for the Americans. If a team is losing by 12 or more runs after they have batted 5 times, the game is terminated. So the Americans, if they do not score, will be mercy ruled here in the bottom of the 6th. 12 runs after 5, 10 runs after 7 is the mercy rule. That one's ripped to left field, and it's going to one-hop, two-hop the wall. Shank on with a leadoff double for the Americans. They're not done yet.
Yeah, Shank's trying to end this game early. First pitch swinging. Hard hit to the wall.
Now batting shortstop number 24, Miguel Salcedo.
So the first extra base hit of the ball game for the Americans, and Evan Shank's double.
It's over, but not enough.
Even you got 4 or 5 hits for us.
Little mound visit, talk with Morrison, make sure everything's all right after the leadoff double by Shank. That one really was pieced. A good swing by Shank. First real good swing we've seen in a while for this Americans team. Salcedo takes the ball alone away. The Ironbacks need 3 outs to win this one, send it to game 2. This is the first game of a 7-inning doubleheader here at Sal Maglie Stadium. Here's the pitch to Salcedo. Grounded to short, fielded by Panazzo. He'll go across the diamond, off the bag, but tagged out is Salcedo. Makes the play, does Mateo Sersta, for the first out of the inning.
He will move over the runner, which is huge, 90 feet away from continuing this game.
Stepping in for the Americans, the catcher number 9, Zach Genkinger.
So 1 out in the inning. Here's Zach Genkinger. The opportunity for his first RBI as an American. Here's the pitch. Flown into left field. Shallow. Panazzo, he's got it as the shortstop. Shank just creeps off third. Will draw the throw in, but that's the second out of the inning, and the Americans down to their final out.
Now batting the leadoff man.
Popped into left. They had Panazzo go for it. Thought he was going to be a bit flat-footed, potentially have him try and go home, but good throw.
So here's Justin Gladfelter at the dish. Runner on third, 2 outs. Takes a strike. 0-1. Gladfelter, a big double in his last at-bat. Triple. That was after squaring around a bunt. Here's the pitch, taken in the dirt for a ball. 1-1. Gladfelter against Seth Morrison, looking to complete this win on the mound for the Ironbacks. A plus if you're an Americans fan. Yes, they're down 12 runs, but they've only used 2 arms this game. That one's taken low and away for ball 2. Santos went 4 1/3, and Jackson Lerner giving up 10 runs in these last 2 2/3.
Yeah, certainly have plenty of options for your starting pitcher in game 2.
Here's the pitch to Gladfelter. Takes strike 2. Americans down to their final strike. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here in the bottom half of the 6th inning. Again, if a team is down by 12 runs or more after 5 at-bats, the game will be terminated. Here's the 2-2. Flown into shallow right field. Coming on is Glassford. He's going to make the play, and that'll end the game. The Ironbacks win game 1 of a doubleheader, 15-3 here at Sal Maglie Stadium on Education Day. A statement win for this Niagara Ironbacks team.
Niagara Falls Americans 3. Stay tuned for the second half of our doubleheader, starting in about a half an hour. Once again, stay tuned for the second half of our doubleheader. We'll be beginning in just about a half an hour. Meanwhile, Sydney will play some tunes. Spinning tunes and breaking.
So that's the end of the game. The Ironbacks win it 15-3 here in the first game of the doubleheader today on Education Day at Sal Magley Stadium. A statement win for this Ironbacks team. Like I mentioned, just a big one. A dominating win for the team from St. Catharines.
Yeah, moves them back to 500. First time since beating this Americans team in St. Catharines. Looking to win both, go above 500. Americans now fall to 1-5. Looking to at least salvage, get one of these games around half an hour.
Yeah, it was kind of all the entire Ironbacks offense that had a great game. You know, you look at things across the board, a big ground rule double from Michael Grigas in the third, a big triple from Ronan Glassford. He came around to score in that one. A 4-run inning in the third, a 6-run inning in the fifth, and another 4-run inning in the sixth. Those 3 innings really speak for themselves. 3 huge performances in those 3 innings for the Americans, for the Ironbacks, excuse me. And that's your final score, 15-3. We'll be back after a short break here between games for game number 2 of this doubleheader on Education Day here at Sal Magley Stadium. I'm Tom Ruck with Ethan Duncan. Stay tuned as we'll have game 2 ready for you here on the American Sports